Good day, class. I hope you already read about the accounting principles for a partnership and the division of profits and recording of partners' investment as stated in your module. So, in recording of partners' investment, so the investment of the firm by a partner may be in the form of cash or non-cash assets. So, when a partner contributes non-cash assets, the valuation assigned to these assets should be their fair market value at the date of transfer to the partnership and must be agreed upon by all the partners. So the non-cash assets should be recorded at fair market value because of any profits and losses resulting from their disposal are partnership profits or losses, and equity requires that they be computed on the basis of the fair market value of the asset at the date when the partnership acquired them. So take note, it will be recognized at the fair market value of the asset at the date when the partnership acquired them. So only increases or decreases on the value of such asset taking place during the term of partnership will be allocated among the partnership. So take note of the guidelines, no, of how to recognize the, the partner's investment or capital account or the amount of capital contributed both in cash and non-cash assets. So there are ways of forming a partnership. So it could be two or more individuals may form a partnership, like for example, two or more capitalist partners. We say capitalist partners, both of them are individuals. No? Capitalists. When we say capitalists, they contributed cash and non-cash assets. And we have also a capitalist partner and an industrial partner. What do you mean by industrial partner? So it is stated in your learning guide 1 about the concepts in the nature and formation of the partnership. So we already know about what is industrial partner. We say industrial partner as a review for the previous lesson. It is a partner in the partnership who contributed their knowledge, skills, what else? Their talents. So that is an example of industrial partner. Uh, One sole proprietor and an individual. We say one sole proprietor. So this partner already engaging in the business, and while the individual amo ni siya ang new sa business. So amo nang naminsi na dira. When we say one sole proprietor, meaning a sole proprietor has already existing business, and an individual that is, when we say individual, new siya. Bago pa lang siya sa business. And we have also two or more sole proprietorships. So what do you mean of that? There are two partners who already had their businesses. So amo na siyang tawag. So meaning ang duwa ka sole proprietorship pwede sila mag-combine has a partnership. Okay, so take note of that. But in the problem, we are going to discuss lang ang number one. That is two or more individuals may form a partnership. We say two or more individuals, amo ni sila ang mga baguhanon ang nag-engage sa partnership. So we have also capital adjustment rules in recording the capital accounts of the partners. So take note of that. So there are journal entries to be recorded in the investment of any partners during the formation of the partnership. So there are guidelines to be needs to be remembered. Need to be remembered. Okay. So for individual partners, when we say individual partners, these are new to business pa. Okay, na-form sila sa business, meaning baguhanon pa sila, no? So all non-cash assets that are to be invested in a partnership should be recorded at agreed value. Okay, agreed value or fair market value, not at cost or book value. We say agreed value ang ilang nga gin kasugtanan, no? Or fair market value. We say fair market value. So we have the basic terminologies in the learning guide stated. So please read all the accounting terminologies which we are going to use in the problem kung what is fair market value. Okay? So, ara dira sa inyo learning guide. So, take note of this. For sole proprietor partners, only capital accounts will be used in recording any gain or loss on valuation of non-cash assets. Capital account is used in place of income or loss account. Example of capital accounts are Ramos Capital, Ejercito Capital, and Aquino Capital. So gain to the partner, a capital account is credited when the revaluation of assets resulted in a gain to the owner. Or loss to the partner, capital account is debited when the revaluation of assets resulted in a loss to the owner. In a sole proprietor partners, when you adjust the value of accounts receivable account, we use the contra asset account, which is the allowance for doubtful account, or allowance for impairment loss, or allowance for bad debts accounts, which we discussed previously sa accounting 1, and not the accounts receivable account. Okay, what is the reason behind of that? Nga wala natong gina-use to revalue the account receivable para so which means uh, it is not used, no, ang accounts receivable account because ang ina nga account, kumbaga, kung ang ina nga account dira, kung anong amount nga na-state o kung na-declare, it should not be changed sa accounts receivable. But if you want to value or revalue the accounts receivable, no, may aging na siya class ang accounts receivable mo, no? For example, I had experience in the banking ang Western Union because oh, as I employed in that bank, ang accounts receivable which we cater Western Union money transfer, no? So, gina-aging na namon class. Yung sa aging, amo ni siya mga slukto namon sa Western Union nga na-disburse namon sa mga nagka-claim, no, sa Western Union. I know that Western Union is a popular money transfer, so we cater the services of that. So, ang ginaubra namon was nga wala ma-reimburse ng Western Union. So, we age, no? Kumbaga nagaedad ang accounts receivable. Okay, once nga hindi na siya mabalik sa Western Union, automatically we are going to assign for the allowance for the full account for that, no? Kumbaga uncollectible. So, ga-assign kami sang allowance for doubtful account sa mga uncollectible accounts. So, meaning, use the contra asset account, not the account receivable account. So, in adjusting the value of the depreciable assets, use the contra asset account accumulated depreciation and not the specific asset account. Okay. So, not the when you value the depreciable assets, we say depreciable assets, example, equipment, building. So, we say when you adjust the value of the depreciable asset, use the contra asset, accumulated depreciation, and not the fixed asset account. Okay, take note of that. Not the fixed asset account. Okay? So let's have illustrative problem. Okay. So take note when partners to a newly formed trading firm invest for the first time, we say partnership between two or more individuals, amo na sila ang first timer investor sa partnership. No? What is your opening entry? You just simply you debit the assets contributed and you credit the account capital account for each of the partners. If one of the partner is an industrial partner, we say industrial partner, talent, knowledge, or intellectual talent ang contribute sa sa partnership that is intangible assets, no? When we say intangible assets, we cannot see, touch, no? Because there may be the case nga ang partner maging industrial partner which is intellectual ang iya i-contribute, which mean ang iya be expertise or knowledge or talent, no? So pwede ina. Pero instead of using the entry no nga debit sa assets and credits sa capital accounts, you just simply made a memorandum entry, no? And memorandum entry is made in the general journal and it is noted in the general ledger. Okay, take note of that, class, if one of the partner is an industrial partner. So let's have an example problem. So let's say for case 1, two individual partners. So we say two individual partners, there are newly investor or let's say newly invest in the partnership. So let's say both are capitalist partners. We say capitalist partner has stated in your learning guide 1. These are the partners contributed cash and non-cash assets, no? So on September 1, 2009, Rudy and Lori formed a partnership with cash contribution of 300,000 and 200,000 respectively. So meaning kay Rudy 300,000, kay Lori contribution is 200,000. So in addition to Rudy's cash contribution, he also contributed an office equipment costing 10,000 but with an agreed value of 7,500. Lori, on the other hand, contributed a piece of land costing 100,000 but with an agreed valuation of 150,000. So the land was mortgaged in the bank for 50,000 and it was agreed, no? And it was agreed that the partnership would absorb the mortgage liability in the bank. Okay, we say mortgage, may loan sa bangko. And what is the collateral? No, sa loan sa bangko. The collateral is the land of what? The land of Lorry, no? Okay, so meaning ang lupa naging contribute ni Lori may utang. May utang sa bangko. No? So what will be the opening entry upon the formation of the newly invest partners? Okay, so you just simply debit using the single entry for each partner for the contribution of cash of Roddy. It is said that cash contribution is 300,000. You just simply, what is the guidelines? Simply debit the asset account and credit the capital account of the partner. So meaning debit, so we have the date September 1, cash 300,000 as stated in the problem here, and you debit Rudy capital 300,000 for the cash contribution. Now, the second entry for Rudy capital contribution. Okay. Office equipment, 7,500 is being recorded as the amount debited and credit the Rudy capital of 7,500. So this entry are the initial investment of Rudy. Why we record 7,500 no, for the office equipment? Okay. It is said that the cost of the equipment is 10,000. But there is an agreement between the partners that the agreed value of the office equipment is 7,500. Okay, take note of the guidelines. It is stated in the guidelines when two individual partners no, form a partnership to invest no, cash and non-cash assets and they are newly uh, enter into the business. Take note that the non-cash asset should be recorded at what? Fair market value, not the cost of the equipment, which is 10,000. So, meaning if we have the office equipment 10,000 cost, but the agreed value is 7,500. Therefore, 7,500 should be recorded because it is said in the guidelines that all non-cash asset of the partners to be invested in the first time in forming the partnership should be recorded at agreed value or market fair market value, not the cost or book value of the asset. What do you mean by book value? No, we say book value that is, okay, sa basic terminologies, bala class, may ara ko lang state kung ano na siya ang book value. We say book value that is the cost of the asset less, no? The cost of, no, the cost of the acquisition cost, no? The acquisition, uh, okay, the cost is the invoice, no? We say cost, it is the amount in the invoice, no? Upon purchasing, no? Upon purchasing the equipment, no? Kung anong costing niya, dira, we say costing, it includes what is being stated in the invoice, kung may discount siya, so less the discount, no? Plus, kung may insurance siya ang gibaydan, kag may plating ang ginbaydan, kag may installation cost sa equipment ang ginbaydan, kag iban pa nga cost nga attached sa fixed assets that is included as a cost, no? So, meaning, it is expected that the cost of office equipment is much higher, no? It is much higher than the agreed value. But when you record the investment of the individual partners, no? Kaya mula na individual partners, we say again individual partners sa mga lang bag-o nga mga nag-invest sa partnership, no? Meaning wala bagit sila ya existing business or else no or else amo ni sila ya ang mga new partners nga nag-invest sa partnership. So take note, record all the non-cash assets under the individual partners at agreed or fair market value. Okay, so we have this rule on investment of national cash assets. So you can read this one, no, for more understanding. Okay, how about recording the capital contribution of Lori? Okay, Lori. Okay, it said in the problem that Lori invested piece of land, which is costing 100,000, but they have the agreement that the cost of the land would be 150,000 in in forming the partnership. They agreed that 150,000 be recorded in the books of accounts of the partner, of the books of the partner. Okay, and also it was agreed, no, here in the problem that this land, no, ginhimo ni siya nga collateral sa utang sa bangko. And it is stated in the problem na nagpasugot sila nga ang utang sa bangko, no, nga 50,000 i-shoulder sing partnership, no? I-shoulder sing partnership ang utang na 50,000. Okay. What will be the opening entry in the partnership books, no? Sa kay Lori nga capital account. Okay, nga capital account. What will be the capital contribution of Lori, no, upon contributing land, no? But it was it has the more it has the liability of 50,000, and it was agreed by the partners nga i-shoulder na lang nila. So what will be the entry? So our entry for the Lori's account. So let's have the second entry. Okay. So for the second entry, no? So let's have September 1. So you debit cash because Lori invested cash. Okay, here, no, ari siya sa problem. So debit cash for Lori, no? So ari siya sa problem. So first, when you make an entry, record anay ang cash, ang cash assets, and then the second entry will be the non-cash assets. So amo na siya ha, class. When you record an entry for the capital contribution for the capitalist partners. Okay. So first, prepare an entry for cash contribution, and second, prepare entry for non-cash contribution. So for the cash investment of Lori, so you just simply debit cash 200,000 and credit Lori capital 200,000. Okay. Second entry for the Lori, kay Lori, it is said in the problem that Lori invested parcel of land which is costing 100,000, but they have the agreed valuation of 150,000. So, but it has the mortgage or liability in the bank, 50,000, and it was assumed by the partner. Okay, what is the debit? Okay, debit the asset account. So debit the account land for Lori. Then you credit, you say assume, you shoulder, no? So meaning ang utang ni Lori gindala, no? Gindala sang partnership, no? Si Lori nag-invest, may land siya nga gin-invest 150,000, not the cost of the land but the agreed value which is 150,000. And gindala ang utang ni Lori, no? Meaning, sing wala pa siya nag-engage sa partnership, may utang na siya existing. Existing nga utang. Pero, it was agreed that the liability will be shouldered by the partnership. Therefore, ang liability niya, no, gindala, no? Kumbaga, gin kumbaga gin-shoulder na sing partnership. So, sang una iya lang utang, but subong iya naka-partnership kay may ara sila kasugtanan. And then, what will happen to Lori Capital? Lori Capital, since it was shouldered, pila na lang? Pila na lang iyang ano? So, 100,000. So, this is 100,000 plus, not 100,500. 100,000. So, take note of that class. The land, the land is recorded at agreed value, no? And the, the, the liability of Lori was shouldered by the partnership. So, that's why ara na siya, no? Nagsulod na siya sa partnership books. But sit but take note that the capital of Lori is only 100,000. Why 100,000? Uh because of her liability nga gin-absorb sing partnership, no? Meaning ang iya capital account nag-reduce, no? Nag-reduce siya because it was shouldered by the because may existing siya nga liability. But because of the land, take note here, no? The cost of not the cost, but the value, no? Not the cost, but the value of the land recorded, no? The amount recorded in the books of partnership is the agreed value, not the cost. Okay, take note, not the cost. No, so meaning, how do you get 100,000? Simply the agreed value of the land, which is 150,000, minus the mortgage of Lori, which was absorbed by the partner, is 50,000. So the difference is 100,000, which is the amount contributed by Lori. Okay, so the explanation, initial investment of Lori. Take note, we have also explanation here. No? Ari siya. Okay. So if the liability is be absorbed, no? Is to be absorbed by the business. So the amount to be recorded should be the current market value or the agreed value, no? So in the case, we have 150,000 again. And the mortgage payable, gindala, no? Gindala sing partner sa partnership books, no? So that's why ang difference na dira amo na lang nga ang capital contribution sang ni Lori. Okay. Assuming that the liability will not be absorbed. Okay. What will be the second entry for Lori? Lori for her non-cash contribution. What will be the second entry? Simply debit the agreed value of the land, which is 100,000, and the capital of Lori, 150,000. So investment in the form of land is the explanation. Okay, what happened to the mortgage of Lori? Take note, ang 50,000, assuming wala gi-shoulders yung partnership, ang 50,000 nga utang ni Lori sa bangko, no? So, meaning ang tabo sina, hindi siya madala sa book sa partnership ang 50,000 kung wala gin-assume or wala gin-shoulder sing partnership. Pero, as is magyapon ang iya nga kapital nga 150,000. Unlike on the other case, nga gin-shoulder sing partnership, ang utang ni Lori, so na-decrease ang iya capital contribution. But the amount of the land, the value of the land is at agreed value. Okay. So take note what happens sa 50,000, meaning personal na nga utang ni Lori. No? So meaning si Lori na iyang mabayad sa iya nga utang nga 50,000 sa bangko. Because in the case nga ang assumption nga ang liability wala gin-absorb sing partnership, take note, si Lori nga may utang nga na siya lang ang mabayad sa utang. Say personal ya nga utang, no? Personalya na nga utang. But the land, no, the amount of land is at agreed value to be put in the partnership account. So, okay. Case B, another problem. Case B, okay. On September 1, Dong in Yung formed a partnership with the agreement that Dong will contribute on his services for 20% share in the profit and that Yung will contribute 50,000 cash and a typewriter worth 30,000. What will be the opening entry? Okay, for the capital contribution of Yung. Okay, first record the cash by debiting the cash account 50,000. No? So the date is September 1. Okay, so record the cash asset debit 50,000 for the young contribution. And what is what is the entry for non-cash asset? Okay. So the entry for the non-cash asset here, typewriter. So that is ano na siya nga account itong usaron mo? Office equipment. So debit office equipment. Take note, class, no? The amount is at the okay. That is only 3,000, no? Not 30,000. Okay. Correction. So that is 3,000. Okay. Typewriter worth with worth 3,000, no? With the amount of 3,000. So debit, office equipment 3,000, and credit yung capital 53,000. So take note of this that Yong has contributed cash, no? Ari siya sa problem, and typewriter worth 3,000. Okay, so to record the initial investment of Yong. But in the case of Dong, Dong is Dong will contribute his services, no, for 20% share in the profit. So take note if one of the partners is an industrial partner, no, instead of preparing an entry, no, just like entry sa isa ka partner, ang industrial partner kay wala siya naging contribute, no, contribute nga cash kin non-cash asset. But iya intangible asset. So intangible we cannot touch, hear, or see. Therefore, ang instead of opening entry, no, ang i-prepare na sa iya kay industrial partner siya is the memorandum entry. So it's just like this, no. Ang muna siyang tawag na memorandum entry. So we have the date also, but naka-ano siya, naka-sentence type siya, no? Naka-statement type siya. So, meaning memorandum entry will be recorded in the general journal and in the general ledger. So, with the statement here, take note, in accordance with the partnership agreement, Dong is an industrial partner in this partnership and shall earn 20% share in the partnership profit. So this is an example of memorandum entry. Wala kasing tawag ng opening entry but memorandum entry. We say memorandum entry or sentence type or statement type. So we have this, no? Sa mga industrial partners, we have here the rule in investment of labor, skill, and knowledge. No, so instead of you of recording the entry, no, opening entry, but you record it as memorandum entry. No, so with the statement here, no, based sa ilang agreed. No, sa ila agreement. And we have the last case. Both are capitalist partner who contributed cash and non-cash assets. Meaning may cash, sila naging contribute, kag may non-cash assets sila naging invest. To say Aga and Hap agreed to form a partnership with a profit and loss ratio of 50-50. Meaning equal, no? Equal distribution of profit and loss. Ini class will be discussed sa chapter 3 ang dividing of profits and loss. No? So, on May 1, AGA contributed cash of 200,000, office equipment with a fair market value of 20,000, and a second-hand delivery vehicle. Both last year, 50,000, but with the present fair market value of 30,000. On May 2, have contributed cash 36,000, merchandise both for 3 months ago for 200,000, but with the present fair market value of 210,000. Okay. And an antique furniture which costs 5,000. And this furniture has an accumulated depreciation of 3,000 and fair market value of 4,000. Okay, what will be the journal entries for both partners? No? So, meaning, aga and HAP na contributes in cash kag non-cash assets. Okay, what is the first entry? Okay, opening entry for aga. So, the date is May 1. So, what is the first entry? Okay, so first entry. Okay, the first entry, record the cash contribution of AGA. So just simply, how much is the cash contribution of AGA? It's stated here the problem. That is 200,000. So debit cash 200,000. And what is the next entry? No, entry to be recorded. Okay, so we already had the cash contribution debit for cash contribution Vaga 200,000. It's stated in the problem that office equipment has a fair market value. No? So, meaning, record the investment of AGA office equipment debit office equipment with the market value of 20,000. Okay. What else? What else? Another one is AGA contributed a vehicle, delivery vehicle. That is a second-hand vehicle. It is said that it was purchased last year with the cost of 50,000, but the present fair market value is 30,000. So what will be the amount to be recorded? Is it 50 or 30? Okay, the amount to be recorded is the fair market value of the second-hand delivery vehicle, which is 30,000. So you just simply, what is the account? Okay, debit delivery equipment, no? 30,000. That is the fair market value class. That is the fair market of the delivery vehicle. Take note of that class. In this entry, no, wala naton gistay kung ano nga account ang atong usaro. Okay, nga anong rason nga wala ginadictate kung ano nga account ang usaron ta. Because in this lesson, it is concluded that the students are now familiarized with the account titles which was discussed sa last nga sa previous nga course. That is the basic accounting 1. So, meaning, hindi na ko maghatag sing account title, meaning, kabalo na kamot sing account title ang usaron nyo. So, meaning, kung mayroon kang mga reference dira, no? Again, Please take note, you can use that sa mga ang previous nato nga mga notes, no, or module. So you can use that in reference to your account, no, account to be used sa mga problems nga ihatag sa inyo. Okay. What is the total capital contribution of AGA? Simply add 200 plus 20 plus 30. So that is the total capital contribution account, which is 250,000. So credit AGA capital 250,000, which is the total of these three debit accounts. 200,000 plus 20 plus 30 is equal to 250,000, which is credited to AGA capital. Okay, your explanation to record initial investment of AGA in the partnership. Okay, what is the second entry? Let's have the second entry for HAP. It is said in the problem that HAP has a contribution of cash 36,000, and we have also merchandise both for 3 months ago, no, for 200,000, but the present fair market value is 210. And an antique furniture which costs 5,000 with accumulated depreciation of 3,000 and a fair market value of 4,000. Okay, what will be your entry? Okay, what will be your entry? Okay, first, okay, we will have you can also have, okay, debit what? Okay, debit merchandise inventory. Okay. Or you can have cash, no? Pwede mo na siya. Una mo ng cash. Okay. But here, no, we have debit merchandise inventory by how much? What is the amount to be stated in the entry? Okay. The fair market value of what? Fair market value? Okay. Fair market value. Is it fair market value? What is the fair market value of the merchandise? That is 210, no? 210 siya. Okay, so debit, merchandise inventory for 210. Okay. That is the fair market value of the merchandise inventory, not the cost of the merchandise inventory 3 months ago. What else? Debit also the furniture, no? It has a cost of 5,000. It has the accumulated depreciation of 8,000 and the fair market value of 4,000. So which of these amount should be recorded? No? Another class. Ang cost ng antique furniture is 5,000 pero may accumulated depreciation sa 3,000. Kag ang fair market value niya is 4,000. So which amount should be recorded? No? So the amount to be recorded is the fair market value of the furniture. Yes, which is 4,000. And the account to be used, furniture and fixtures. So, for the antique furniture, use the account furniture and fixtures. That is 4,000. Kapag lumaka mo siya ma-determine, kaya ari-ari naman siya sa problem. Furniture, no? So, ano nga account ang gamiton nyo? So, furniture and fixtures. So, okay. But the amount is the fair market value. And then you debit also the cash contribution of half, which is 36,000. Para siya. And after that, total these three amounts, the debit side, 210 plus 4,000 plus 36,000. That is the total of capital of half, which is use the half capital credit, no? Credit half capital for 250,000. The total of these three debit accounts. So your explanation to record the initial investment of half in the partnership. And you can also try to read this rule on investment. Ara na siya sa inyo nga learning guide, no? Para at least may ara ka mo nga sulundan, no? And how to record the investment for the newly partners who form the partnership. Okay? So, we have also terminologies. Take note of these terminologies. Be familiarized of these, no? Para at least mabalaan nyo kung ay amo ni siyang term nga should be used, no? In this lesson. Okay, for your evaluation, take note, we have the task 1, no? That is 10 points, that is multiple choice, and task 2, that is problem solving. Okay, so we have also the criteria for the task 2. Okay. Okay, for your, no, for the next topic, we have also the next topic to be discussed, no, which is the partnership operation and distribution of profit. No? If you have any questions with regards to this topic, to this lesson, especially sa entries, no, don't hesitate to comment, no, to comment your suggestions, your clarification in this topic. No? So please comment to the comment box below. And if you're not, no, kung di nyo maintindihan ang mga accounts, kung anong saron dira, please refer to your previous nga module nga sa basic accounting 1 kay may ara ada mga account titles kung ano bala dapat usaron. Because in this course, hindi na kung maghatag sing tawag nga account titles, no? Sa inyo dira kay I concluded nga na-familiarize you na already sa accounting 1. If you have any questions or clarification, just comment. And also, I have another video, no? More videos to come. And I hope, no, this video will guide you in making your tasks. So stay safe and God bless to all of us.